What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. TJ here. I'm going to be going over the Saturday 10-game NBA slate, giving you guys the best plays over on PrizePicks. We're going to be getting some help from the Plus EV Props Player Props Optimizer here over at Upside Tools. I mentioned in my last video, guys, we were doing a whole entire revamp on the cosmetics and the aesthetics, and this is what we have. The nice black background. I think it looks absolutely sexy. If you guys want to check out Upside right now, we are running a 6-day free trial. You guys can click the link below in the description and gain access to all of these different fantasy and sportsbook tools that we currently offer for free until Christmas. So if you guys want to take advantage, definitely, I think you guys should check it out. Again, it is free. You get technically 5 days for free up until Christmas. You can cancel at any time before getting charged. If you guys like what you have, you can continue with your membership and then continue to use it. And then obviously you'll have to pay once the free trial's up. But I highly suggest you guys come to check it out. If you guys want to learn more about how to actually profitably bet on different DFS apps, these fixed payout platforms like PrizePicks, or betting on sports books in general. But yeah, guys, we have a massive 10-game NBA slate. Again, I am recording this very late on Friday. I think everybody just watched Jake Paul get his ass kicked by Anthony Joshua. I mean, props to Jake Paul for staying in there for as long as he did. Anthony Joshua is legitimately double his size. So that was an interesting fight to watch, even if Jake Paul was trying to hug him the entire time. That takes balls to get in there. So let's go ahead and talk about the 10-game slate. Then we'll pull up PrizePicks. We're going to find the best player props. We're going to build out a 6 flex slip, try to 25 times our money together, and go from there. We got the Celtics and Raptors. Raptors at home right now. Celtics on a back-to-back 1.5-point road favorites. We got the Nuggets hosting the Rockets. Another, what is this, a home and home there for the Nuggets and Rockets. Denver at home, 1.5-point favorites. We have the 76ers hosting the Mavs. Sixers, 2.5-point favorites at home. Just beat the Knicks tonight. We have the Pelicans and the Pacers. Pelicans at home, 3.5-point favorites. Pistons hosting the Hornets. Pistons, 9.5-point favorites. We got the Grizzlies hosting the Wizards. Grizz, 10.5-point home favorites. Warriors hosting the Suns. Golden State, -5.5 at home. We have Utah hosting Orlando. Orlando, 7.5-point road favorites. We got the Kings and Blazers. I think that's another home and home as well. We have the Kings at home, 4.5-point dogs. So we have the Trailblazers on the road, 4.5-point favorites. And then we have the Clippers and Lakers. Lakers on... not really on the road, but Lakers, technically the away team here, 3.5-point favorites. PrizePicks board is officially pulled up, so let's go ahead and find the 6 best plays that we can possibly enter on PrizePicks right now. Try to get some early value locked in and secured, and let's talk about the plays as we are throwing them into our 6 flex slip. And again, we're going to be utilizing the PrizePicks Player Props Optimizer over at Upside Tools. The whole purpose of this tool is to compare sportsbook lines and odds directly back to various DFS apps that use fixed payouts like PrizePicks to help find long-term profitable plays. So again, we talk about it every video, but PrizePicks, a fixed payout platform, doesn't matter if you take more or less on these players' projections. The only thing that actually changes your payout is the amount of that's so funny. The amount of player props that you're actually putting into your slips. So a lot of people here over on YouTube, and this is why I really wanted to get into these daily pick videos. A lot of people that I see on YouTube creating content, they post a lot of 2-man powers with like goblins and stuff like that. And it's the complete opposite of what you guys should be playing when you're playing on PrizePicks. So for anybody that doesn't know, the best slip type that you can play over on PrizePicks is actually a 6 flex slip. When you're building out 2-man slips on PrizePicks, the individual win rate you need to hit your player props on PrizePicks and 2-man powers is 57.8% of the time. In a 6 flex slip, because with a 6 flex slip, you can also 2 times your money if you go 5 for 6 and 0.4 times your money if you go 4 for 6. You only need to hit them at a 54.2%. So that 3.6% difference is massive in the long run. And that's what this tool does. It shows us the best plays in real time. So we're going to take plays directly off the top of this tool. And I'm actually sad because I wanted to start off with Sengun over assists at 6.5, and I believe that it got bumped to yes, and it's gone. And it's gone because we were getting such a massive edge, honestly, against PrizePicks, and taking into consideration where the sports books were actually listing it. So that stinks that we didn't get that play locked in. But let's go ahead, take a look at the PrizePicks player prop optimizer over here at Upside. Find the best plays, build out a slip. We'll start with this Kawhi Leonard under steals of 1.5 when I play over on PrizePicks. The two sharpest sports books when it comes to player props, especially in the NBA, or in the NBA, especially with player props, are FanDuel and DraftKings. So again, we're looking for anything north of 54.2% chance to hit. Really, we're looking for anything north of minus 118 odds. So we're looking over here at FanDuel and DraftKings. FanDuel has Kawhi under steals at minus 132, DraftKings at minus 139. So we're going to start off, we're going to add in Kawhi under 1.5 steals. We're just going to build down the list. We're skipping over Luka. The reason so, under 9 rebounds, all these sports books actually have it set 0.5 higher, heavily juiced on the under. So in hindsight, if these actually move down to 8.5 with juice on the over, this might show over on the 9 rebounds. So we're going to skip over this even prop, not one that I would typically like to take, but we will add in Luka over 3-pointers made. It's minus 130 on FanDuel, minus 129 on DraftKings. So it was over 3.5 3-pointers made is another play that we will add in over here on PrizePicks into our 6 flex slip. So Luka over 3.5 3-pointers made. James Harden under assist, minus 148 over on DraftKings. That is insane juice on the under. We have 3 guys from one game. Totally okay with that because we really don't have any correlation that is hindering us right here in this specific start to our slip. So let's just keep on going down the line and seeing what else we have. CJ McCollum under 7.5 rebounds plus assists, minus 144 on FanDuel. Sign me up for that. FanDuel is sharper when it comes to player prop markets. Why didn't that? FanDuel is sharper when it comes to player prop markets with NBA. So I typically put FanDuel at the top of my brain when I'm looking at player props. DraftKings number 2. So McCollum under 7.5 rebounds plus assists, and that is gone also. Again, getting a massive edge. PrizePicks understood their mistake, seeing that FanDuel most likely was heavily juiced on this under. They removed this 7.5 line from McCollum. So if I refresh, that CJ McCollum play is gone. We're no longer getting an edge. It's no longer offered on PrizePicks. This thing updates every single second to ensure you're getting the best value. So we have Kawhi, we have Luka, we have James Harden. We can definitely add in Kalkbrenner here, under 7.5 points. Juiced at minus 132 on the under on FanDuel. He's actually set 1 point lower on DraftKings, juiced on the over, but the difference between 6.5 points and 7.5 points for a player when their over-under is that low is extremely significant. So Kalkbrenner under 7.5 points is a good one to add in. Let's see if we can find any other plays where we have both FanDuel and DraftKings, at least minus 136. Minus 130s here. This play, Devin Booker under rebounds and assists, looks pretty damn good. Trying to scan the board with you guys in real time to see if I like anything. Not anything this crazy. Avdija over assists. Now, this is an interesting one. Avdija is heavily juiced on the over at minus 140. Okay? Currently, we can get better odds than PrizePicks over on DraftKings. So if we wanted to play this, we should technically straight bet this on DraftKings. With that being said, all these other books actually have this heavily juiced on the over as well. That being Fliff at minus 135, Fanatics at minus 130, Caesars at minus 130. So this could just be an instance where DraftKings is off, and DraftKings may readjust their odds here on Avdija to minus 130. And if that's the case, these percent odds to hit will skyrocket. So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to outsmart DraftKings, and we're also going to outsmart PrizePicks. And we're going to take Denny Avdija over 7.5 assists. And now we're going to give the optimizer a quick refresh. And we're going to see if we can find one more play. And we did. Brandon Miller over 7.5 rebounds and assists. Set one higher on both FanDuel and DraftKings. Again, juiced on the under, but the difference between 8.5 and 7.5 rebounds plus assists, or that one difference, is massive when an over-under is set so low. So we're going to take Brandon Miller over rebounds and assists of 7.5. And now what we are going to do, kind of negatively correlated with our Kalkbrenner play, but not really, especially if Kalkbrenner is coming off the bench. What we're going to do is give this a quick refresh, make sure we're not missing anything else. And again, I'm totally okay with taking Kalkbrenner there with Brandon Miller. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything else. And again, you guys are watching me build this slip in real time, just trusting the data, trusting the math, trusting these $1 million models, these sports books that take into consideration last 5, last 10, minutes limits, injury news, back-to-backs, over-unders, spreads. All of that is baked into these lines. All of that is baked into these odds that these sports books are setting. So when PrizePicks sets their specific player props, they don't have odds associated to it. But again, depending on what slip type we're building, depending on the payout we're getting, we're able to figure out the math on the back end and what those player props and those individual odds for those player props actually equate to. So again, 6 flex slips, minus 118 is what we're looking for. Jalen Wells, no. I think we're actually pretty good with this slip right now, guys. I think we're actually pretty good. The only other play I might throw in here potentially would be Devin Booker under rebounds plus assists. I could be talked into that. So I'm just going to do one more gloss over real quick. We have Brandon Miller. We have Kawhi. We have James Harden. We have Kalkbrenner. You know what we'll do? We're going to actually take out Kalkbrenner, and we are going to add in, where's that Devin Booker play? We're going to add in Devin Booker. Actually, you know what? Did the odds move on Devin Booker? Rebounds and assists. We're going to add in Devin Booker under 10.5 rebounds and assists instead of Kalkbrenner. Oh, you know what? Kalkbrenner got removed. So there we go. It did it for us. Kalkbrenner probably going to get bumped down to 6.5, or they might just remove him in general. But now we have our 6 flex slip. And just like that, you guys saw into my brain and watched how I was able to utilize a tool to help build a very profitable slip. We have Kawhi Leonard under 1.5 steals, Luka Doncic over 3.5 3-pointers made, James Harden under 8.5 assists, Denny Avdija over 7.5 assists, Brandon Miller over 7.5 rebounds plus assists, and Devin Booker under 10.5 rebounds plus assists. Guys, that is the 6 flex. 25 times your money with me. If you enjoyed this video, if you could please, and if you stayed this long, if you could please hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm pumping out these daily videos to help educate you guys and show you how to make the best possible slips that you can on PrizePicks. If you're new to the channel, if you could hit the subscribe button, that would be amazing. And then turn on that notification bell so whenever I post content like this, you get notified first and you can beat the bumps. You guys can see from past videos and when I'm building, a lot of the plays that I go to add on PrizePicks get bumped or removed pretty quickly because I'm using data and math to help come up with my plays. We have an edge over PrizePicks. They're going to catch on to us eventually. So make sure if you're watching this, get this locked in. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, if you guys want to check out the tools over at Upside, there is a link in the description below. Click the link. You can try out the tools, sign up for an account, get 5.5 free days before you get charged. You can cancel before you get charged. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me over on Twitter as well. Here is my Twitter right here at Thomas Jordan IV if you guys want to hit me up. I also do live streams every single day over on Twitch. I built out a Flex Friday 40% boost over on my stream. Went 5 for 6. Got absolutely cooked by Derek White. He was heavily juiced on the under over on FanDuel, so I played it in my 6 flex. Under 3.5 3-pointers made. My man had 9. So that was pretty brutal. But I love you guys. I'll see you on the next video, and hopefully we can cash this 25 times.